The first ever green Veloce is here. This is the 2025 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Veloce in Verde Fangio. The first time Alfa Romeo has allowed a 2-liter Stelvio to have a green metallic paint. Let's talk about it when it comes to this model, because we have to talk about what's new for the 2025 model year, like this paint, the options when it comes to the Veloce package, and everything else Alfa Romeo has changed. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video where we have behind us here today the Stelvio like you've never seen it before. No, literally like you've never seen it before. Let's talk about this because this is the first time we've gotten the Stelvio in a bright green colorway. Let me explain. So we've gotten Stelvios in green before. Verde Visconti, if you guys remember that, which was a dark forest green back in 2020, which seems like ages ago as we enter these 2025 model years. So yeah, we got them in that color. And then the quadrifolio variants got a color called, well, Verde Montreal, which was a very similar color to this as I put these two together side by side. So that was only reserved for the quadrifolio variants. Well, fast forward to 2023 when we got the 2024 model year Alfa Romeo Tonales, they debuted a new color called Verde Fangio. So then those were the only models with those. But wait a minute. Then Alfa Romeo said, well, for the quadrifolios, let's give that color also Verde Fangio side by side coexisting with Verde Montreal. So the quadrifolio variants for the Stelvio and Giulia had two different similar greens side by side where you could only get them on those models or the Tonale with Verde Fangio. So then we fast forward to now, 2025, where there are no more Stelvio quadrifolios as they have been discontinued with the Giulia quadrifolio and left in 2024. So for the 2025 model year, well, guess what color disappears? Verde Montreal that was exclusive to only the quadrifolio models. What green are we left with? Verde Fangio. Alfa Romeo said, we got enough Verde Fangio at the factory since we made them to put them on the 2-liter Giulias and Stelvios. And that's what they did. So for the first time, we get a 2-liter Stelvio done in a green Verde Fangio paint. And that brings us here today. And biggest shout out to Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach for letting me take a spin around the first Verde Fangio Alfa Romeo Stelvio Veloce. Now, if you guys want this model or any other model they have here in their lineup, make sure you guys check the link down in the description below, check out their website, give them a call, and get this beautiful car off of this pavement and in your driveway today. Now, we need to talk about what's under the hood, because while the Stelvio has had the same inline 4 2-liter engine since 2017, it hasn't always been about the 280 horsepower and 306 pound-feet of torque when it comes to this beating heart. Really, it's about the platform it's on and what it did with it. The Giorgio platform with 50-50 weight distribution, the carbon fiber drive shaft, I mean, with that Q4 intelligent all-wheel drive system, this was a performer. And with that said, it was one of the most fun cars and thrilling SUVs to take into corners and canyons. I mean, it's named after the Stelvio pass, so it makes sense, right? So with that said, that 0 to 60 going to around 5.5 seconds in the Q4 all-wheel drive and the 144 mile per hour top speed, this was really good for its class. And again, I'm making all these points because this is the last time you're gonna see it like this. This is the last time you're gonna hear the exhaust like this. What could we get? Well, you know, we were in some rough times where we thought it was just going to be fully electric because that was the plan. And then Alfa Romeo, well, they kind of steered us in the direction of maybe hybrids. And then we talked about possibly the Hurricane engine in the Stella Large platform that the Alfa Romeo models could go in, as we know that, you know, Stellantis has the Stella platforms for the next generation cars. So we're still not entirely sure yet, but we will know in the next few months what power plant we will have underneath here. But this is the last time you guys will see this specific power plant and this specific car and this specific configuration. So let's give it some blips. Let's hear what it has to say. So now that you have some background on this model, let's talk about it, because the Veloce for 2025, it's a little different this year. And this is the last time you're going to see the Stelvio basically on the Giorgio platform as well. Alfa Romeo just teased a couple of days ago how it's going to look possibly for the next generation Stelvio with the light signature, teasing that for a possible Q1, Q2 2025 debut. So we could have like 4 months before we see the next generation. So this is the last time you're going to see this platform, this engine setup, the styling and design. The Stelvio that you know and love will be no more very soon. So when you see these 2025 models, well, Alfa Romeo, does a couple of things, like gives us, special edition models because it's the last iteration. So we get the Tributo Italiano that we've had on the channel for these special editions. We also get, well, slimmed down range. So the range is kind of like stripped down, and they make it very simple for the last model years of this iteration. So we get an entry-level Stelvio, which just nothing on it. You start with a blank slate. And then if you add the Veloce package, which you see here today, then we get some extra goodies. So what you're seeing here is the Veloce package with those extra goodies. And it's a lot of what you guys have seen for the 2024 model year, as the Stelvio went through a refresh that year. So there's not much reason to change it. And with it being on its way out, why change it? So what we have is what we know and love, and it's still pretty fresh. Like when it comes to these 3+3 LED lights with the black housing, tri-LEDs here, the switchback turn signals, high beams and low beams. You will see that illuminated very shortly, looking really good. We have the Scudetto and Trellobo up front with the gloss black and dark midone. You also have the styling elements on the front fascia here that gives off a really sporty design and redesign here that gives off aggressive tones when it comes to the grille and the setup here. And again, that is still fresh for the 2025 model year, as it just debuted last year on these models. So with that said, this looks really good. Again, it's a lot of what you're used to, but hey, not complaining about that. Now, it's looking real Veloce when it comes to the side profile. All right, so what we see here is the Veloce package showing off with the 21-inch wheels, but that is an option. That's not necessarily a Veloce thing. That's just an option we added here. The red calipers with white script, that's part of the Veloce package though. So with these together, it makes a good looking combo, right? With these Continental tires wrapped in with it, makes for good looking feet. You also have the monochrome center cap right there as well. And then with the Veloce package, you obviously get the Veloce badging, all right? So this is the only badge you're gonna see on an Alfa Romeo in the 2025 model year. Keep in mind, we don't have quadrifoglio models, so you will not have a cloverleaf. We don't have TI models, so you will not see a TI badge, all right? You will either see a regular Stelvio or a Veloce package Stelvio. Now, with that said, you also have, well, sorry. The Italiano, but the Italiano doesn't have a badge. So, okay. With the Veloce, you also have the Veloce body kit that gives you the black wheel wells, all right, up front as well, with the side skirts. And then it goes to the rear wheel wells and then the rear bumper as well. That's part of the Veloce body kit as well. Also, we got the gloss black mirror caps. We got the gloss black surround when it comes to the window moldings, the B pillar and C pillar. Gloss black for the roof rails, glass for the roof because we have a big panoramic roof. And we also have the gloss black shark fin antenna with the Verde Fangio spoiler and gloss black down the side blades there. Putting it all together though, it's a good looking setup when it comes to this Veloce. And again, in green, I think Alfa Romeo did a really good job with this whole package. Now, I love the rear profile in this paint. As you guys can see, the photo sun is finally showing out for us, giving us a little bit more love. And as you guys can see, that Verde Fangio is definitely sparkling with the chrome Stelvio badge there, the Alfa Romeo insignia front and center. And then we do have the clear LED tails right there with the Q4 badging in chrome and red, letting you know we have the intelligent all-wheel drive system. Now, when you come to the lower half, well, the rear diffuser and bumper are done in black. Now, the rear diffuser is done in a dark midone finish with the shark fin antenna and the Fox honeycomb grille. The back bumper, to match the side skirts and the wheel wells, is done in a volcano black, which is a metallic sparkly black, if you guys couldn't tell the difference between the two shades. And then the exhaust surrounds are done in dark midone to match with the rear diffuser. So there's a little bit of a difference when it comes to all of this setup here. But again, it's very symmetrical when it comes to the rear bumper, going right into the wheel wells, the side skirts, and up front. So you will see it all set up here very nicely. And again, it looks really good together when Alfa Romeo lumps it all in. I definitely think, to go out with the 2 liters like this, I think they did a good job. I think it definitely just gives it a nice premium look to, say goodbye. Around 55 cubic feet of space with all the seats folded down, and we have a 40-20-40 split. We also have a privacy shade here. All right, we have LED lighting. All right, we have also a false floor here. Lift this up, and extra stowage tools. Anything can go down here. But what's important is this is where your battery is tucked away right underneath here. Remember, we got 50-50 weight distribution here. So Alfa Romeo has a nice packaging, nice setup when it comes to this Giorgio platform. And again, not exactly sure how it's going to be for the next year. So we're going to have to wait and see. But I definitely think that it's going to have tough shoes to fill when it comes to the design and practicality of this Stelvio. Now, when it comes to fuel economy, 22, 24, 28 for the Stelvio. That means 22 combined city and highway, 24 for the city, 28 for the highway, and premium fuel goes inside of the Stelvio. Now, of course, we got to check out the illumination when it comes to the Stelvio Veloce. As you guys will see, the Black House 3+3 LED lights, high beams and low beams with the switchback turn signals between bright white and amber right there, and the reflector here in orange. Now you will also have in the black mirror cap an orange turn indicator, and then in the rear, per usual, we got the red reflector and the clear LEDs with the turn signal there as well, giving a fresh and cool look when it comes to the Stelvio Veloce for 2025. Now, before we hop inside, same key fob that you guys know and love for the Stelvio. So backside gives you the Alfa Romeo insignia done in a monochrome. You have grippies on each side because you can pull this down. You have your battery change that you can do with your battery swap there in case the battery key fob dies, or the physical key is in there just in case key fob dies. You can still get in the car. You also have unlock, lock, trunk release, remote start, and a panic button with the Alfa Romeo script there. Now let's hop inside of the Stelvio Veloce because I feel like we have a great colorway when it comes to this Verde Fangio in Nero, or black, when it comes to the overall colorway, with the same great things that we love from the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, like the sport seats, all right, with the perforated leather, extra thigh support, and heated with the Alfa Romeo embossed logo there. The panel roof letting in that natural sunlight. We also have the side sill with the Alfa Romeo script here. We have the brake pedal and gas pedal done in aluminum. We also have in our door trim letting you know what we're looking at when it comes to our specs, so you guys will see. We have aluminum trim here, aluminum door handle, the locks here, seat memory, trunk release there, and we also have the window controls and mirror controls with the soft touches on the armrest going all the way across with the stitching there as well. Now, seated inside is a great place to be, and for 2024 last year, the Stelvio got a small update when it comes to the digital instrumentation, as you guys will see front and center. But let's talk about the overall steering wheel, flat bottom here, all right, with our start-stop button right here. On the airbag, we have the monochrome logo when it comes to the Alfa Romeo insignia, and then on the left-hand side, we have our hill descent and our driver assistance controls there as well, with the right-hand side being our radio controls, and we also have our hands-free controls with a control here for our digital instrumentation. Let's talk about it, because if I press this here, well, then I can scroll up and down when it comes to what's over here, all right? So I can press this and go to the center and scroll up and down, all right? As you guys can see, changing some things right there in the center, or go back on this side to where I can go between the radio just to have the dial, have the PSI, all that. So they make it very easy when it comes to these controls. Now, you will also see that we do have big column mounted power shifters here as well, that you always know where they are. So they're big enough for you to go through a turn and actually, you know, upshift and downshift when it comes to that. You will also see that on this side, we have our lane keep assist, and we also have our high beam controls, with this side having our windshield washer controls and our configuration for our 3 different views when it comes to our digital instrumentation: 1, 2, and 3. All right, so you do have that as well. Pretty easy to use. Telescopic steering wheel, pull this down, and I can go wherever I want when it comes to loading this up. We have our turbine vent on the left-hand side for HVAC. We also have our park assist here, start, stop, and we have our lighting controls for our low beams right on this side. Now, keep in mind when we come over to here, well, this is the same touchscreen that's been in Alfa Romeo model since 2020, so it's definitely, well, overdue. But for Alfa Romeo to change this all up, they have to go through a lot more R&D and crash testing. So with the new model coming up, there was no reason to change all of this when it comes to Alfa Romeo's in-house infotainment. So it is definitely one of the more dated infotainment systems, but it doesn't look bad. It performs pretty decently. Good way to use it is use the dial right here to go through your menus to select different things, because it's a lot more responsive. Now, you also have the aluminum trim going across the dashboard here with the glove box, giving you plenty of space right here as well. Dual zone climate control, hazard buttons right there, heated seat controls and heated steering wheel controls here as well, with the USB 2.0 12-volt plug-in, and with this big aluminum trim, you do have cup holders right there underneath. Now, 2-track system when it comes to shifting. I can do my manual shifting here, or I can just go into reverse here, going to, whoops, sorry, neutral here, and then press park here. Our reverse camera is going to be a reverse camera from 5 years ago. So that's what you got. All right. So give it a fair shot if you want to try it out. Now you do have electric parking brake. Key fob holder, I say, to put right there. It's probably pretty easy to put right there. Then you have your Italian flag, radio controls, the hotkeys here for the infotainment. But then this is the system you want to know about, right? The DNA drive mode selector. All right. So advanced efficiency, everyday driving, you want to be good on your fuel consumption. It's the most conservative mode when it's, use it in cruise control, highway driving, everything like that. Natural, everyday driving, city, bumper to bumper, you get enough torque, but not too much to go crazy because, you're in bumper to bumper traffic. Now, dynamic mode, that is where you want to turn up the fun. That is where you really want to get the most out of the Stelvio and this Q4 intelligent all-wheel drive, 50/50 weight distribution and carbon fiber drive shaft. All right, then right down here, we have a nice charger right there, as you guys will see, for the phone charger, gloss black surround, armrest here with the stitching, and then lift that up, USB 2.0, USB-C, and the aux, all of them right there with the key fob transmitter right there. Now, if you look up top, we do also have our controls for our sunroof, our sunshade, our dome light, floodlights, everything's up there, and you have your home link for your garage door opener right here. I guess that didn't help. There you go. Now you can see it. All right. Pull down that visor, lift that up. You do have a mirror and a light there as well. So a lot of what you guys are used to for any kind of Veloce Stelvio or Stelvio in general for the 2025 model year, basically the same thing. In the rear, same flavors that we know and love when it comes to the Stelvio as up front. So you get the same sports seats, perforated leather, done in Nero with the stitching there as well. Looking good, looking premium. All right, you got the same knee wiggle room here, and I was sitting very comfortably up front, but you guys can see it looks pretty tight, but with that curvature in the backrest of the driver's seat and passenger seat, it definitely helps, and it kind of gives you those indentions here to give you that knee wiggle room so you're sitting here comfortably with the netting here for extra storage, turbine vents for HVAC, and you also have USB 2.0 plugins with heated seat controls there as well, and some extra storage. Now, you also have, hold this back here, cup holders there with the Alfa Romeo script, nicely put in there. Look up top. Now we have it halfway open here, but that is the sunshade there. Big panel roof, so you do have some natural light, and you can stop this wherever you want. So you can get a little bit of natural light, or you can get the sunshade to help cover you up. And then on the door paneling, showing you our spec like up front, where it has the nice touches, soft touches, the aluminum trim for the bezel here, door handle there, done in aluminum, door cards in the soft touches, and the armrest soft touches with the stitching there as well. And speaker grills all set up here, cup holder there, and then your window controls. So let's talk about the sticker breakdown of the Stelvio Veloce all-wheel drive for the 2025 model year, because we start with the base price at $48,995, and then after our additional options and our $19.95 destination charge, which I believe is up a few $100 since last year, we're at $59,640 with the basic warranty of 4 years, 50,000, and powertrain 4 years, 50,000. How did we get there? Well, we got some options here, like the Verde Fangio exterior paint, $2,200. It's going to be the most expensive paint you can get in the 2025 model year. Now, you also have the active driver assistance package at $700. You have the sunroof here for $1,500. You also have the Veloce package, which is new for this year, which I said the Alfa Romeo has you add a Veloce package if you want the Veloce badging, if you want the Volcano black body kit, if you want the sport leather seats, power adjustable seat bolsters, limited slip differential, the power adjustable passenger seat, sport rear diffuser, gloss red calipers with white script, and the gloss black roof rails. That's all part of that Veloce package. Now you also get 21-inch wheels as we added for $2,250, and then you also have that destination charge. So that's how we got to the price there. Everything else you see here comes standard when it starts at a Stelvio all-wheel drive setup. The base setup is just, this is everything you'll get. So make sure that $48,995, that's what you guys would like. Make sure you guys pause, zoom, screenshot, do whatever you need to do to see all of this. And then let me know what you guys think about the Stelvio Veloce all-wheel drive for the first time in Verde Fangio. So loaded up at just under $60,000. How you guys feeling about this Verde Fangio Stelvio? Does the green look good on the 2-liter Stelvios for this model year? Drop those comments down below. I want to know what you guys are thinking about the price, the looks, and everything you guys know for 2025. Now, with that said, if you guys did enjoy the video today, big thumbs up, all right? But also check the link in the description. You know, Ron's Rise merch, Everything like that is down there if you guys want to help further support the channel. I appreciate that extra love. Thank you so much. Now also make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And guys, we will see you in the next one. Peace.